Hello, hello.
Hi.
We're back. When was our last stream?
Like 3 weeks ago or something, probably.
Can you
2 or
pass
3
me
weeks ago.
my coffee, babe? And today, this one is going to take the lead because you're reflecting on your last 3 years being here.
Yeah, the 28th, I will have been here 3 years. 28th of July.
Yeah, 3 days
Yeah.
time. In 3 days, you will have been here 3 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know. Let's warm up a little first. It's weird to like jump in like we're already mid conversation. You know what I was thinking right before we started? Remember the first time I came onto your stream? And I remember when I said hi, I went like, hi. My voice. I just thought of that for some reason.
yeah, you're like a deer in headlights every time you come on, which is normal. But then you warm up and then you're really, really comfortable that you don't want to leave the stream.
I think it's just like when we start a stream, I can't pretend that we've already been talking for a while. Like you can like jump right in. I need to like.
I think I
Warm up.
jump into the automatic spiel, like, hi, everyone, let me know if everything's coming through. Can you see and hear me today? So I let the preparation of the talk and my usual introduction speak for it.
I do like Big Macs. Oh, the other day we
Peg.
went for Chinese food 2 nights ago. It was
Yeah.
delicious.
China bar, that was awesome. It's, I said to Steph, it's like, you know when you go to McDonald's, you know exactly what you're going to get. You want McDonald's and it's exactly the same. You know it's going to be good. It's never going to be disappointing. And that's the same with this Chinese place we found. I think Chinese food in general is pretty consistent, but this place is really, really good.
Yeah, we always get the same thing. We've been doing so well. We've been going to the gym, training like 4 days a week. Really good.
Yeah, this one's
Yeah.
been obsessed.
Yeah, I'm all fitness obsessed. And I've also started jogging since last week. So I'm training like 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm jogging like at least
Jogging,
three
like-
times a week.
Tell them when you first met me, like, I like jogging,
Yeah.
and you were like anti-jogging.
Well, it's just that, like, I've recently lost some weight, but if I'm like a bit bigger, I have no motivation to do any type of exercise because it's not fun to exercise when you're like fat. Not that I was fat, but like I was bigger. But then like I lost a few kilos and then I'm like, okay, and then I get motivated.
Fat. You girls exaggerate so much.
Well, not fat, but like
I don't go out
heavier
with fat
than
chicks.
I am. Yeah, but now we're doing really well. Now I'm obsessed. Now I love the gym, love jogging. Yeah, so it's going well. Orange chicken nuggets.
I think he's talking about me. I'm very orange, see? I always have like a bit of orange in my videos.
Yeah, you like orange. That's good. See, we were meant to be because Holland is orange.
Yeah. That's a Dutch color, isn't it? Although it's not part of your flag.
No.
Why is that?
Oh, I read that once. It's because Willem van Oranje, that's where the color orange comes from, like from some king or something. And then when they made the flag, they didn't want to make the flag like all about him. So that's why they didn't want to make it orange. And that's why they came up with other colors. I read something like that.
Right. So orange came from him, but then they made the flag different. So
Yeah, so the color of the country comes from him, because that's his last name, Oranje. But yeah, so they wanted to separate him from the flag or something. So that's why they gave the flag different colors. At least that's what I read one time. So I think that's why. Yeah. But anyways, I've been here for 3 years now. So, yeah, not fat. I was just like, you know how you have like your weight range? I was like at the top of my healthy weight range. And yeah, for me, like I like being slim. That's not comfortable, So yeah, not fat, but like normal, but like at the higher end of normal, I think you would say, yeah. Yeah. But anyway. But yeah, so I wrote down some things that I've noticed since I've lived here. Like differences between living here and living in Holland. So the first thing that I really, Ted likes to grab things. Well, Bobby likes to grab things too. Anyway, the first thing I noticed is that everyone says, "How are you?" when they greet you, which was really weird when I first came here.
How you going? How are you?
Yeah, because in Holland, you just say hi or good morning. You don't ask every person that you come across, how are you? Because how are you means, in Holland, it means you actually want to know how the person is doing. It's like an opening to having a conversation. And here, it's like you just pass someone and they just go, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And I'm like, it's weird. They use "how are you" just like hi or good morning. So I've really had to get used to that.
Yeah, I've noticed now that I think about it, there are a few people I've met online that are from Europe and the US, but mostly from Europe. They almost find "how are you" an intrusive question because it's personal. Like you are asking, "How are you?"
Yeah.
But we just use it as hello.
Yeah, and I think in the beginning I was kind of annoyed by it because it puts me in a weird position. Because then I'm like, oh, okay, I can say, "Yeah, I'm good." But then I'm supposed to say it back, I guess, because else it's kind of rude.
How are you? Yeah.
You know? So, but now I'm used to it. Now I just go, "Hi, how are you?" I say, "Fine, how are you?" Like now I'm used to it, you know? But in the beginning, I really had to get used to it, yeah.
Yeah. I guess Americans have their own. They're like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, but it is, yeah, I'm still not a fan of it because it does make things a bit awkward sometimes. Like every time someone asks me how I am and I have to then say it back, it feels a bit forced. And in the beginning, I really felt like I was kind of lying because like, I don't want to know how you are. I'm not interested in that. Like I want to say hi or good morning, you know, and you're kind of forced to say something kind of fake. And I don't like the fakeness of it, I guess. But I guess here they're just used to it and it's just like a normal way of saying hi.
Look, technically you're accurate. Like, because "how are you" is you're asking a question about how you are. Whereas hello, good morning is a polite greeting.
Yeah.
It's not a question.
Yeah. Yeah, and I noticed that whenever, like this is mostly with colleagues, obviously, at work. And whenever people, sometimes they do go just like "good morning." And then it's like really nice. I'm like, "Good morning." And then we just pass each other and life goes on, you know? Like you don't have to ask me how I am per se. Unless we're like actually gonna have a quick conversation, then it makes sense. But if you're just passing each other and you just go, "How are you?" "I'm good, how are you?" "Good."
Yeah,
that's it. It's weird.
It is an intimate question.
I've already noticed we're like 5 minutes into the stream. I'm super talkative. Have you noticed? I'm like on fire.
Go with it.
It's fire. He hates it when I say that.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Fire, that's fire. Thankfully, she doesn't use it. She just uses it to...
I just use it as a joke, like, "Oh, it's fire," you know. Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne ripped. Did he die?
Yeah, and Hulk Hogan. I didn't know Hulk Hogan died. I know that Ozzy Osbourne died.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he had like health problems and stuff, I think.
Yeah, he was fairly old. He lived a long time considering how hard a life he lived. He did a lot of...
Ah, really?
You know, and...
Does he talk a lot? He talks more than me. Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk more than me.
I talk much more than Stephanie.
Yeah, but I love talking with him, so...
Ah, joke. He's joking. All right. What do you think of Australia?
I like it. I like it a lot. That's from something. I like it. I like it a lot. Where's that from?
Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
From Dumb and Dumber, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. No, it's very relaxed here in Australia. I do have to say that. It does feel more relaxed than Holland, for example. Holland is very go, go, go.
Really?
Yeah, I would say so. But that also has to do with the way that Holland organizes everything, which is better than Australia, I would say. So But yeah, so Australia, it does feel very relaxed, which I like. But I think that Holland organizes things better. You know, like times. The biggest example is like when you go to the doctor's office here. You never know when it's going to be your turn. It's not like that in Holland. We make something called appointments. And then you just show up at your appointment at 3:00 or whatever, and then it's your turn at 3:00. So that's like really silly here. The way that you show up and then it's like, it could take up to 2 hours. It's like, the fuck? Like, it's not like that in Holland. Like, it's organized a lot better.
Here, this customer service is not good here. Australia doesn't produce anything anymore. And all the government and everyone's got left to do is make money from people and inconvenience them. So you go to the doctor's office, if you've got an appointment at 11, you turn up at 11. Otherwise, they say, well, you've lost your appointment. 15 minutes later, sorry, you didn't come. But then it's okay to waste my time. So I turn up on time. I don't want to waste your time because I know you're busy. You've got patients to see. So I do my best to be punctual. But then you don't have to be punctual back to me. That's the stupid thing. Oh, well, sorry, the doctor's running late, because they don't want to employ more doctors. They don't want to employ more people to keep the time accurate on both ends. They just want you to be accurate, but they don't have to be. And it's the same across the board in business here. The subordinates or the workers, they have to be on time, do everything perfect. But the managers, the people in charge, they can be as relaxed as possible. They can take their time. They can,
Yeah, that's one of the biggest pros of Holland. Holland is very punctual. Everyone likes being punctual and on time. And you also see that like in businesses with like trains, buses, everything. So I really appreciate that about Holland, because that's a bit different here when you have appointments, for example. Yeah, so that's a difference. Steph is from the land of directness and not wasting time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that also has to do, of course, with us Dutch people being very direct. And that's kind of what I mean with like go, like we don't like wasting time.
Oh, happy belated 50th. Yeah. I don't know about you, but did you feel 50 like a really big milestone? That was the only time I actually felt my age as a milestone. Everything else is like, oh yeah, I turned 30, I turned 40. It wasn't such a big deal.
Yeah, it is going to be weird for me. My sister is going to turn 40 in a few days. And she's like, what the fuck? Because my sister, she's a year and a half older than me, but she is a little bit smaller than me. And I think she looks younger.
Her attitude is younger.
Yeah, she's very like a bit girly and like playful. She's very youthful. But with her, it's even weirder. Like for both of us, like I'm 38 now and we're both like approaching 40 and it's like so weird, because inside you still feel like way younger.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't really mentally adjust to the number, I feel like.
Well, you are you've got the same interests. You can't now, okay, I've turned 40. Now I have to start knitting and drinking tea and wearing cardigans and I don't know, smoking a pipe and getting a dog and,
Yeah. It's for women, I think it's really scary because you're not, oh, fuck. You're like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to be like attractive anymore or whatever. I'm like, my 40s, I still have 10 years to be kind of hot. And then when I'm 50, it's like, shit. But you know what it is? It does depend on how you take care of yourself, because you see like, I know celebrities is a bad example, but it does depend on how you take care of yourself and you can still look good, But also if I'm like in my 50s, I'm not going to care as much about it probably,
I think it comes down to enjoying your life as long as you don't make yourself look like a clown, because you've got people that they pass 50 and they're just holding on to being 20 or something.
Like Madonna.
Botox and like going to clubs and picking up people. And yeah, I guess, but people are going, if you're in an environment where 95% of the people are 20 years old and you're the only odd 50-year-old, sometimes you're gonna stand out. You're gonna look odd. But then if you're trying to compete in looks to a 20-year-old, you kind of look stupid. You can compete in terms of other things. Like you can involve yourself in 20-year-old stuff like going out and going to the gym and stuff, but you can do your own thing. You can be a really good 50-year-old, but don't try and be a 20-year-old at 50.
No, yeah. I think for me, it feels the weirdest at work when there are like colleagues that are like in their 20s. And inside, I still feel like I'm in their age range, like mentally. And I like hanging out with like younger people. But then at the same time, I'm like 38. It's such a weird thing. You know, I don't know.
You know how you can work out your body, right? Like when you get older, and no matter what age, you can actually work out and diet, and you can actually have a good body for your age, right?
Yeah.
It'd be good if you could work out your face
Yeah.
as well. Mm-hmm. Like you could actually exercise your face and look younger and more toned.
Well, that's called facelifts.
Yeah, but that's not really exercise. But if you could do it naturally, it would be good. All right. Anyway, pros and cons of Australia.
Next thing is the weather. I like the weather here because it's less cold, and I don't like the cold. So the winters are milder, which is nice. And the summers are very hot, which I like. But you know, the best type of weather that I've ever experienced was in Aruba, when I lived in Aruba. Because I love warm weather. And Aruba is just like, it's always the same. It's like always around like 25 degrees or something. With a lot of wind. So that was really nice.
You mentioned yesterday, you looked at, you found an old video when you and I were FaceTiming each other. And you said, oh, look how good my skin was.
Yeah.
And Australia, it's got very harsh weather. Like it's very hot. And then, yeah, the weather's up and down. It can be windy and stuff. But the weather is harsher on your skin here in Australia, I think.
Yeah, I do think my skin isn't as good as it was in Holland. Yeah. It was the best when I was vegan. My skin was like a baby's bottom. It was like it was like smooth, nothing on it.
Yeah, but everything else was...
I was good. I was healthy. I was fit. It was all good. There was nothing bad.
Okay.
No?
How come most vegans don't stay vegan?
Sometimes it's because they get like deficiencies or something, and for health reasons they have to stop. But I think most of the time it's just that people kind of, they miss the inconvenience of it becomes annoying. That was the case with me. And that's why I stopped. I was just like, oh, fuck this, you know.
All right. Back to pros and cons.
Yeah. Something else that's really beautiful here in Australia is the sky. I'm taking so many sky pictures, like, it's so beautiful, the sky here. It's crazy. It's like a painting every day. Like this morning, I went for a jog, took a beautiful picture. The sky was all pink, you know? So that's really beautiful. We don't have that in Holland.
Yeah. I've always said for any people who love taking time-lapse of skies, Australia, Melbourne here has the most beautiful cloud formations, and they move really quickly. You can actually see them in real time with your eyes. Like yesterday or the day before, you had the wind, like it wasn't that windy. It was a light breeze, but up high, there must have been a faster wind or something. And you could see the clouds moving in real time at a different speed to the clouds above. And it's always really, really nice, those cumulonimbus clouds, like the big fluffy ones. You know, it's not the streaky ones. I remember when we were in Spain, the sky didn't look nice at all. It kind of just looked like, you know, just someone wiped their nose or across the sky. It was just like a smudge, you know. The sky was clear skies with smudges of clouds.
Yeah, so I think if you're a sky photographer, if there's such a thing, then Australia would be a good place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most vegans don't say vegan because animals taste delicious. Yeah. Yeah, like the things I missed most were, like I love eggs.
You love everything.
I missed eggs, cheese, even though they do have very good vegan cheeses.
It's easier to say what don't you like, what food don't you like, because you like most food.
I love food, yeah. Yeah.
Vegan cheese.
Is that me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, yeah.
Knock it off.
Yeah, remember yesterday I explained that I used to buy like a vegan cheese that tasted like eggs. It was delicious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so another difference. Oh yeah, supermarkets. I like the supermarkets here because they're much more American than in Holland. So they have more good food. That makes sense because I love food.
Yeah, you can get a lot fatter here.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like I like the supermarkets in Holland much better. Those European ones, they're smaller. I feel like they're portioned, they're smaller. The food is smaller. You have to think about what you get. Whereas
Yeah.
here, it's like one whole aisle of just chips, one whole aisle of just chocolate. And the aisles are like the whole length of your house.
Yeah, there's pros and cons. Like here, there's more options, but it's very big. And the pro in Holland is that it's smaller, so it's easier to find everything, I guess. Yeah. Of course, I like pizza, Ted.
It's like a supermarkets in Holland are like those little corner stores. They're like just one that's big, like an oversized corner store. Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah.
I like them. We don't have paprika chips here.
No, yeah, no.
I think Karu was looking at sending me some.
Yeah. Oh, you should. Do they have them there in Romania?
Probably. Should get your family to send us some. Spain has paprika chips from Holland.
Yeah, because they're close. Yeah. I had pizza last night, didn't I? Oh, no. Yeah.
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 What did you think of
But
the
like,
cheese?
yeah, it was nice.
Okay.
I usually eat Fro-Pro pizzas. Those are like protein pizzas. They're super filling and lower in calories, so I have those a lot. They're like okay.
We're taxed more than most countries in the world. The taxes here are ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't really know. I never pay attention to 90% of everything. So I don't really...
Stephanie just goes to work and somehow all the bills are paid.
No, but like, because when I used to work in Holland, I worked full-time as a teacher. And I don't know, I just pay my bills. I don't even know how much I got taxed. Like, I don't pay attention to that stuff. As long as I can like live comfortably, I'm fine.
Yeah, but this is a funny thing. I suppose it's very common with women. You don't care about money very much. You just buy. You see something, you buy it. If you got money, you'll buy it. You'll pay for it. And I think that's also why they want women working and stuff. They want them out of the home because women tend to spend more. They don't ask questions. Oh, I want it. I'll pay for it. They're not trying to get bargains and see if they're being ripped off. Like, remember a few weeks ago when you got your hair done? She didn't ask how much, how long it's going to take, nothing. And I was like, when I'm driving her there, remember?
No, but that's because the previous times it wasn't that expensive, so I wasn't expecting it to be.
Yeah, I thought it was
so
the same
expensive.
ballpark. But again, everywhere is just going to charge you whatever they want.
Yeah, but you know, like, that's actually funny because it is well known that Dutch people try not to spend much, and they always, try to get bargains and stuff. But I guess to me that's not really super important. I think that if I didn't have much money and I would have to like kind of be tight with my money, then I would pay more attention to that stuff. But if I just have enough money, then but it's also I didn't spend much money in Holland. I feel like I just bought like food because that's my number one, obviously, and then sometimes I ordered like some clothes online or something. But I think that's also why like it wasn't necessary to like really pay attention to prices.
I think that's why one thing I appreciate with you, because most girls roll their eyes when their guys are trying to manage money and try not to get ripped off and trying to save their money and not to spend a lot. Whereas women just think, why are you being so tight with your money? Why are you being so tight? Whereas you being Dutch, it's normal for you to understand, that I look out not to be ripped off and I don't want to spend much and I want to make sure we got enough money and things like that. So she doesn't complain about when we go shopping, if there's something that's overly priced, like they're charging too much, I'll say, I'll leave it, we'll get it somewhere else, or wait till it's on special, you're fine with that. Whereas...
I think it's more that I just got used to you being like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I don't really care much about that, because I feel like we're good with money. But in the beginning, I did notice it and I was like, let's just get it. It doesn't matter. But I think I just got used to you being like that, and now I'm just used to that. So, yeah, that's like not really Dutch of me, I guess, that one thing. Yeah.
But I guess, would you say being Dutch, you're more comfortable with it? You got comfortable with it with me sooner because you're used to it in Holland, like most people are like me in Holland.
I think I just got used to it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a Dutch trait that I don't really have. Yeah. Yeah, everything is bigger here. Yeah, that's another thing. That's very different from Holland, obviously. And it's like, with most of these things, there's like pros and cons. Like, I like that everything is big on the one hand because it's kind of like American and it's kind of cool, I guess. But then also the pro about Holland is that in Holland, everything is much smaller, the roads are smaller, and that makes everything so much cozier. So that is something that's really nice about Holland, that everything's smaller and cozy.
Yeah, I feel like when I went to Holland, everything's close together. Houses are smaller, cities, it's more compact, but everyone has to behave and be polite and accommodate each other more. You learn to live together better, but because there's wide open spaces, big roads, everyone's just too relaxed. And
you know what? A really big difference. Yeah, I don't know if it's that much better, Armored Ghost, because here in Australia, there are so many accidents. It's ridiculous. It's like almost every other day, there's an accident somewhere, like that we actually see or whatever, you know? And in Holland, that doesn't happen nearly as much because in Holland, all the roads are very narrow. So that's also why getting your driver's license in Holland is like, I think is one of the most difficult ones in the world because we're so strict. There are so many rules, so many signs and everything. So people in Holland, basically, they drive very well because the roads are so narrow. And here I feel like people get lazy because the roads are very wide. And that's why you get so many accidents. Like people will be texting while they're driving and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a downside to it, I guess.
yeah, I felt like even as a passenger in a car when your mother or father was driving in Holland, I felt like, whoa, going through the streets and stuff, I felt nervous. You really have to pay attention in Holland. And I think having to pay attention, you have to be a skilled driver. You have to be alert. You have to pay attention. Other people give way. They give way to you. There's much more of a very elegant dance going on. Whereas here, people are like blindfolded, bumping into each other, having accidents. You got an immigrant that was sort of taking care of goats last year. And now they're driving like a $80,000 Tesla. And they're texting and they're like big dents on the side of their car. There's just a mess of people who are lazy on the road.
Yeah. And it really makes sense that I grew up in Holland and I don't have my driver's license. I bet if I had always lived in Aruba, for example, I would have had no problem driving and getting my driver's license. You know, but it's just really scary in Holland for me, at least. Yeah.
What else?
One of the biggest culture shocks was the school system. It is completely different here.
Yeah, she's a teacher, in case anyone's new here.
Yeah, so in Holland, I taught for 4 years before I moved here. And now this is my 3rd year of teaching here in Australia. The biggest culture shock is that everyone just passes here, which is like completely ridiculous.
I think it is. I think most sane, rational, civilized people would say it's stupid. Yep.
There's no average they have to hit every year. All students just pass, even if they haven't done shit all year. Even
if they don't show up, they don't hand in work, they don't...
They just go up to the next year level.
Yeah.
Which, when I first heard about that, I was like, wow, what a joke.
Yeah.
Because like nothing means anything.
Yeah.
Why are we even doing tests and assessments if everyone just passes anyway? So that's really weird to me.
It's just childcare. That's all it is.
Yeah. So obviously in Holland, you have to, when the year is over, you have to hit like an average of a 5.5 or above. And then you can go on to the next year level, or you do the year level over, and here it's not like that. And that's just insane to me. I'm used to it now and I've let it go because what can I do, But it's like, it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it's stupid. They're just going to be people who are going to grow up. They're going to be 18-year-olds with 3 kids from a couple of different dads. And they're just going to be reliant on the government. They're going to be poor. And they're just raising a generation of people who are just going to be useless and reliant on the government.
I think it causes so many problems because you've got so many different students in one school. Yeah. Where everyone has a completely different level. And then as a teacher, it becomes really difficult and chaotic to then give all those students the same amount of attention, you know? So to me, obviously, it makes much more sense to have students in one class that are kind of around the same level. And yeah, sorry, but if you don't pass, then you don't pass. I mean,
there's nothing to be sorry about. It's stupid. I'm sick of all this apologizing for people who, not just that they can't, but that they just don't want to and they're lazy. We just put kids in charge of their own upbringing and saying anything you want to do, however you feel, is wonderful. You get a medal. You know, you're not lazy, you're fantastic. No, you're lazy. And then when you get into the workforce, like, oh, well, they won't give me a job. Political correctness. No, you're no good. You don't know anything.
Yeah, but that's another thing. It's like sometimes I'll have kids in my class and they can't even like write properly, you know? And it's just like, it's great. Like, what are we even doing? You know, like
you can't read, you can't write.
Yeah. And then you're not at this year level. Like, you shouldn't even be in this school.
Yeah.
And it's just like normal here. It's crazy.
Why it's also a lie is that because they don't have to pass anything and they'll still graduate, they can always say, yeah, I completed, I did Dutch, I did English, I did maths. Like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You just got pushed forward and they just ticked you as though you did it, but you don't know anything.
Yeah, and also what I would also worry about, like if I had a company, for example, and I was an employer, I would be so weary to like employ people that came from high school because you don't really know if they did anything or not or what their level is. You know, like at least in Holland, if you finish high school, then you know that you actually finished high school and you have an average of a 5.5 at least, you know, or any other education that you come from. So you actually know what their level is. And here I feel like you don't. And it's just like crazy.
I feel like resumes mean virtually nothing now as time goes on. Employees, like any smart employee, taking care of their company because they built a company up, they're making money, they're profitable. So to hire people that are going to fit and they're going to be good workers, they can't trust resumes. People fake their resumes. But now, even if it's a legit resume, it doesn't mean anything. Even if you went to school, it doesn't mean you know anything. It doesn't mean you know anything in that discipline. So if you're an engineer, yeah, you completed this, but I can't trust that you had to pass a certain level to be competent at this. It's just, you just got a certificate because everything is woke now and everyone shouldn't feel bad, so we need to pass everyone.
Yeah. But you know what? Why I don't understand it really, because they have this system in high school. But I presume if you go and study, like to become a teacher or whatever, then you do have to like hit certain criteria to graduate, right? Why do they do this with high school? Like only with high school and probably primary school as well.
Yeah, they start them small now. So they make them into the adults that are going to be very low and dependent on government.
Yeah, but then if you just let everyone pass through primary school and high school, they're not going to be at a high level. And then how are they going to get into those other higher educations? Like, don't you need just by paying so you can like not know how to write and then you can study to become a teacher or whatever?
Yep, they don't care. They love you look at the West now, they create chaos. The more chaos you create, the more money is generated through trying to ameliorate the chaos and to plug holes into a sinking ship. You don't make life better so people are self-sufficient, so it's an efficient system. You make an inefficient system, as inefficient as you can, and then you need the government more, you need more infrastructure, you vote for more this bullshit and this and politics and stuff. You grow politics and bullshit. You don't actually solve problems. You undo problems and you create a mess. That creates money. How does Aussie have a bigger drinking culture than Holland?
I have no idea because I only hang out with my hubby and he doesn't drink. And I drink very rarely, maybe a glass of wine when we go out for dinner. So I have no idea.
I think Dutch people are more responsible. So even if they do get drunk, it's kind of controlled. You don't have a whole there's not a big culture, as far as I can see in Holland, of drunks walking the street. Well, not native Holland people. There might be people from other countries that are on the street.
Well, we do have a drinking culture, especially youth, like when they go out and stuff. And in Holland, it is very common to like go to cafes to catch up, also for like grown-ups. So there is a drinking culture in Holland for sure, but I wouldn't say it's like England, for example. Like, have you ever seen those videos about like youth in England and stuff? It's just like kind of normal, I think, in Holland.
I think the easiest way to put it is normal drinking culture, the way young people, teenagers would behave. The drinking culture in Holland, you're less likely to see it on Instagram and YouTube as a, oh my God, look at this guy. You're not going to see very many Dutch people. Like, they're just going to be regular drunk, tipsy, passed out, a little bit loud, but you're not going to get the extreme things that go viral, like from England, from Australia, from America, someone like smashing a windscreen and going ape shit, you know? So it's not a psycho drinking culture. It's a normal drinking culture.
Yeah. How do people dress in Kangaroo Land versus Holland? Well, it's really funny. The way people go to the supermarket here.
Yeah.
My God.
It's like America here.
They go here, like, they just wear, like, their pajamas. The worst thing we saw was someone came in a bathrobe and flip-flops.
And we won't tell you what nationality they are, but you can just imagine.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It just goes like, next time they're going to come naked or what? Like,
yeah, it's like they just came out of the shower and said like, oh, I need chips before we watch our Netflix or something. Yeah, literally a bathrobe and fluffy slippers.
Yeah. And you see that in America too. So that's like an American thing. You don't see that in Holland, really.
You know what, when people go, oh, they don't respect me. It's like, you don't respect yourself. Like, put on some shoes, like put on a t-shirt at least the tracksuit bottom. And I don't get it. It's not cultural differences, it's laziness. Well, if you want to get drunk and reckless, I guess. What's something else you noticed?
So back to schools, something else is there's more wokeness here, I would say. I haven't been in Holland and teaching for like 3 years now, so I don't know if that's like gotten worse or whatever in Holland. But you do notice that here. Like, you know, when you have the roll, like the list of names of the classes, and then they can say if they're like she, her, or he, him, or something, like stuff like that. Yeah,
Stephanie's experienced a lot of. They'll talk about a problem in society at a school or amongst people. It's like, oh my God, this is so bad, and Stephanie will say the obvious solution, like, oh, just expel them or just do this, and everyone looks at Stephanie like, oh my God, like, we can't do that, but that is the solution.
Yeah, I do notice like that often when I talk about some of these things with colleagues, they do agree with me, but they're just like used to it. That's what I really notice. Yeah.
You have to be politically correct in public. The moment you're just realistic, unapologetically, just not rude, but just realistic, people can look at you and it's like, you can't really say it like that. I know what you mean, but that doesn't sound...
Yeah, but like they agree with me.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I think. But they're just used to it and they've just adapted. And I've noticed that about myself as well, now that I've been here 3 years. I have like just accepted things and adapted, because else you're just gonna be like, what the fuck every day at work, you know? Like, what's this, you know? So yeah, you have to adapt.
What? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, luckily we haven't had any like trans stuff or anything at school, so that's good.
Okay, what else?
I'm
letting her take the lead today.
Yeah, I also wrote down student behavior. I do have to say, we also have that in Holland sometimes. But I think maybe because of the influence from America, it might be worse here. I think. Yeah,
we're much more influenced from America. By America.
So you do notice that, so yeah. And then another thing I wrote down was at work, when you want to get like, when you're sick, you have to get a doctor's certificate, which is like the dumbest thing to me, right? So you're sick, and then on that day that you're sick, you have to go get a doctor's certificate to prove that you're actually sick.
You have to leave your home.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm at home with a migraine, I'm not going to go to the doctor's office to go get a freaking...
Wait for 2 or 3 hours here in the doctor's office as well. So you spend your whole... And I think they do it on purpose as well, because you think, well, if I have to and I'm okay enough, I got to go in the car, wait in the doctor's office for 2-3 hours, I might as well just go to work. And that's what they want. And then you go to work and they go, oh, why didn't you stay home sick? It's like, go fuck yourself.
But you know what I think that really is? I think that's a trust issue. Yeah. I think maybe here people take advantage of that, maybe.
Yeah, they do.
Because in Holland, at least all the schools that I've worked at and all the jobs I've worked at, if I'm sick, I call in sick and I'm sick and I stay home that day and that's it, you know? But I think because in Holland, it's more... People are very punctual. It's more go-go. So there's more trust, I think, between people maybe. And
this is the American influence we have as well. Like, we don't have that trust. Like, everyone's trying to scam. Everyone's business oriented. If I can get away with it, I will. I got away with it. Like, I took advantage of something. So you don't do the right thing, even if it takes effort and discipline. You'll try and do the lazy way to get away with something. So I'll just take the day off. They have to give me a day off. Whereas in Holland, you don't feel you morally don't feel good if you lie about continually taking days off.
But on the other hand, what I do have to say is that to me, that doesn't really matter, because there's something that they have here that we don't have in Holland, which is really good, is that me as a teacher, I can just take like 5 days of leaves a year on top of all of my holidays that I get.
Is that like mental health days or?
It's just leave like for whatever reason, and you just get paid. And I can basically take 5 days off on top of all of my holidays. You know, and that's awesome. Like, we don't really have that in Holland. Like, if you want to take leave, you have to have like a legit reason. So that's the other side to it. That is cool. You know? Yeah. So even if I'm actually sick, I don't have to get a certificate because I can just like use up one of my leave days, I guess. Yeah. Oh, we got a few questions. Are dancers in Holland always more go-go? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that.
Are dancers in Holland always more go-go? I don't know what you mean.
Are Holland and Australia both very socially liberal?
I'd say Holland's a bit more conservative than Australia, aside from Amsterdam. But you can
this is a bit of a tricky thing. It's like a yes and a no. Because in Holland, we are very open-minded as well. I mean, we were the first country that had gay marriage, you know?
It was your fault, was it?
But we are open-minded, but at the same time, I feel like most of us are very down-to-earth. So we kind of have a bit of both. But it's not like we're all like only liberal and we just go crazy with everything. You know, we do have like... We are like grounded at the same time. But we're just like a bit open-minded and like, you know, if you want to be gay, oh, that's fine. You can be gay. Like,
I feel like you organize your liberal attitudes in places, and like Amsterdam, like there's a district, but then there's certain rules in public like, no, you can do this, you can't do this. There's no gray area. So there's fewer gray areas, but you are liberal in the sense you're an intelligent, open-minded culture that creatively you can allow people to express themselves, but to a limit where I kind of see like a more mature mind setting the rules in Holland. It's not just like do whatever you want like in Australia. In Australia, in the Western America, it seems like just a child's brain is in charge of the whole country, whereas in Holland it seems like a creative, intelligent parent is in charge of the culture.
But you know what is stupid? I feel like the people of a country themselves, like Holland, for example, they handle everything well. But it's usually like, for example, when things get too woke or whatever, it comes down from, it's like top down. It always comes from the government that's like influencing the people or putting things in place, you know? Yeah, I feel like the people would probably handle it well, but yeah. We have a good cheese in Holland, yeah.
Yeah, I actually prefer Dutch food. Everything in the supermarket, from breads to cheeses, all the basics. You guys win hands down. They've got great dairy, vegetables, breads, pastries. Really, really good.
Yeah. I was gonna say the pastries. I miss those. Snackbar, I miss. Yeah, I miss that. But also the pastries and like appelflappen, oliebollen.
The first appelflappen I had in Holland, I liked, but it was probably not fresh. I liked it because it wasn't as crunchy. It was a bit soft. It had been sitting in the thing, and I really liked it. It was soft and bendy, whereas fresh one is kind of, it breaks apart a little bit, and I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Same with cookies. I like flexible, bendy cookies. I don't like cookies that like break apart.
Yeah, I like them both. I don't discriminate between different cookies.
You're too woke when it comes to cookies. All right, what else? I'm moving this along.
Yeah, sure. Well, and then just like what I miss from Holland. So there's actually not, yeah, there's actually quite a lot, I guess. The biggest thing I miss is just speaking Dutch. That's like the number one thing that I miss the most. And it's because I never speak Dutch here. It's because I'm the only Dutch teacher at my school now. And when I came here, I didn't put any effort into creating like social relationships. So I have no one to speak Dutch to, only my family. So I really miss speaking Dutch. So that's one thing. And then there are some foods that I miss, obviously. But I also feel like since I've been away from Holland for so long, I miss cultural things as well. You know, like even just like the Dutch holidays and stuff, which before I didn't really think about much when I lived in Holland. But now I'm like, oh, I wish I could celebrate that, you know. Yeah. So yeah. When we go back, I think it would be so nice if we go back next year and we go during the Christmas time.
Yeah, I love cold weather. I've always said I want to go back and around to the same place, same time where we met, because we met during the lockdowns.
Yeah.
And the city was nice and quiet, so it was really good that there was no one around and it was just you and me talking and getting to know each other. That was great. But I want to experience the city the way it normally is.
I think we should go to that exact same hotel.
Yeah.
That we went to. It's going to be so nostalgic because that's the hotel where we stayed the first time we met. Yeah, and then the city's right there.
Yeah, we stayed in the Philips Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Philips, the electronic company? It's where it started, where the birthplace. So it's a Dutch-based company, and it's the actual old factory converted into a big hotel. It was really, really good. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
That bed was the most luxurious bed. I've never slept so well. But yeah, we've got to do it again. Yeah, we should plan to go next year.
Yeah. There was, remember that oliebollen stand there? We could go there, get oliebollen. If you guys don't know what oliebollen are, they're like round donut kind of things that you put in oil to boil.
What's it similar to? We had something the other day. Oh no, it was my mum made donuts.
It's a little bit like fried donut balls, but the dough is more chewy.
It's chewy and warm.
And the outside is crunchy and brown. It's like, oh, delicious.
With white powdered sugar.
You put white powdered sugar on.
And you dip it in this like a mapley syrup dark thing.
Yeah, like Dutch pancake syrup.
Yeah.
And you can make the oliebollen with raisins as well. People do that as well. They put raisins in.
They're actually good. Your parents made it, I remember. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, you can just eat a whole pile of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have very cute hotels in Holland for sure, yeah.
Yeah, they're very small and nice. Yeah.
That's the nice thing about Holland, but also Scandinavian countries like Denmark and stuff. It's like it's so cozy. You know, everything is small, cozy, warm, and I think that's what draws people to those types of countries probably. Yeah.
And that's, I think, subconsciously what I liked about you is that you appreciate the simple, cozy things that work. Whereas the Western culture, American, Australian, it's kind of like, no, bigger, better, louder. I want more. I want a big buffet. I want a huge room. I want a big bed. I want an ensuite. Whereas you just appreciate, oh, look how cute the room is. Like a little bed, one chair, one shower. And when we go to breakfast, oh, cute, they got eggs. You appreciate these little essential, cozy things. Whereas the Western thing just wants bigger and more and better and the best. Otherwise, everything, oh, this is cheap. This is shit. This hotel's, the bed's too small, or there's not enough this, or it's not enough that.
I feel like if we ever move to Holland, though, I would want to celebrate everything. Like all the holidays. I would like go crazy with like Dutch culture because I do miss it.
Yeah, here it's very kind of mixed. It's all over the place. Like the multiculturalism and diversity, I just feel like it just kind of dilutes everything. Everything's like the volume gets turned down on celebrations because you don't want to offend anyone. And everything's just like grey, more and more grey. Whereas when it's more of a monoculture or a very specific culture like Dutch, it's like you're proud of things. You know, you're proud of, it doesn't mean you hate other cultures, but you're for yourself, you're proud of yourself, you celebrate things.
Yeah, because here, like even Christmas, it's like, it's completely different to celebrate Christmas here. Because first of all, we don't go to my family for Christmas dinner. And that's what Christmas is, like Christmas dinner at my mom's place. But also, like it's summer here when it's Christmas. Like it's completely not the same thing. So I think that's good about Holland too.
Well, we go to my mum's for like Christmas lunch, but then we do the Serbian Orthodox Christmas, which is in January.
Yeah, but I think just because it's in summer, it's a very different experience.
Yeah, it feels weird for you.
Yeah, I had the same thing when I lived in Aruba, because I lived in Aruba for 5 years. It was also very different, the Christmas there. When it's not winter, it's just like different. It doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, it's almost like you get your skis out in summer pretending to ski and there's no snow. Is the average person on the street more likely to help you in Holland or Australia?
Oh.
Holland, I think.
Yeah, again, that's hard to answer because in Holland, yes, they would be likely to help. But here, I don't know because I don't talk to many people. Like, I haven't looked... I haven't tried to like be social. I've only done that like the last few months at work. But yeah, so I don't really know. You can probably answer that better than me.
I would say Dutch people would probably be more likely to help you than... Oh, actually, I don't know as well. There are some really nice Australians here. So it's just packed. Like Melbourne, where we live around Melbourne in Victoria, it's one of the top 5 big cities on the planet. And it's very packed full of people. It's like the immigration's exploded. It's just the roads are congested. So there's a lot of nice people, but there's a lot of idiots. It's very hard to tell. Are you more likely to encounter an American in Holland or Australia?
Oh, an American?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. Because here... Well, again, I don't see many people here, but I do in Holland. We do have, because we have a very good school system, we do get a lot of international students, and so also from America, especially in like the education cities in Holland. You know, like in Limburg, in Eindhoven, Tilburg. We do have like a lot of international schools, and because Holland is very English friendly. Like, because we learn it in school, so everyone in Holland can speak English. So I think we do have a lot of Americans who come to study in Holland.
Yeah.
Here, I really don't know, but that's just because I'm not very social here with people outside.
What's Rotterdam like?
I think Rotterdam is a beautiful city, but Rotterdam is one of the cities where immigration has kind of gone crazy.
Isn't that more of a business city?
Yeah,
like
yeah, I think so.
Commerce, business, yeah.
Yeah, but that's, I think more so in the middle of Holland, there's like a lot of immigration. Yeah, so that's something that you should really take into consideration if you're considering moving to Rotterdam, I would say. But the city itself is beautiful. Yeah.
All of Holland is...
All of Holland is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, I would say.
Oh, probably because it's smaller and we have a lot of people living there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of questions. That's really nice. Oh, they're all from Armored Ghost
A
and
few
Ted.
from Ted. Peg said hello at the beginning.
Hi, Peg.
Yeah, and all the rest is from Ted and Armored Ghost. Well, there's only 4 people
Wow.
on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, five people.
You can answer this.
I really like Eindhoven. I was born in Eindhoven. And I went to several schools there as well. I would say it's fun. It's a nice city. It's a student city, so you can have a lot of fun there. Yeah.
Isn't that
good.
if you're into football, soccer?
Yeah, we have the PSV stadion, the PSV stadium
Yeah.
there.
It's actually, you could see it from the hotel that we stayed at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad went there a few times, I think with my sister as well.
Yeah, I like Eindhoven. But again, I don't know Holland that extensively. I only know it from meeting Stephanie. And when I first went to meet her, she was living in Eindhoven.
Yeah. I think Eindhoven would be probably my choice to move back to again also. It's just a really nice city. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kind of student city. It's a combination of busy enough but chill enough as well. It's not like a business city. It's not the most popular city like Amsterdam. Amsterdam is like really big and busy and very, very international.
Yeah, I think if you're still kind of young and you want to move to a city in Holland, that's kind of fun. You want to like socialize and stuff. Those student cities are really good, like Eindhoven, Maastricht, Tilburg, Amsterdam, of course. Those kind of cities are good.
I liked Utrecht.
Utrecht is very beautiful
That's
as well.
like a mini version of Amsterdam. So
yeah,
that's also a student city as well, isn't it?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Utrecht also has a lot of immigration, though. I think Utrecht and Rotterdam are like two of the top
Actually,
cities,
yeah, I remember when we were in Utrecht. Remember we took a selfie and behind us, it was all dark-skinned people. Like there wasn't one European behind us. It was like a hell of a lot of people walking around. So it is like a lot of immigrants go there. I even noticed it at the train station too. Does Holland have big malls like America, or is everything smaller shops?
Well, everything is smaller. We do have, like, of course, like some big shops and malls.
I would say, yeah, you've got big malls. They do have huge malls, but it's very, very common through the streets to still have smaller stores and things like that, which in the West, in Australia and America, a lot of the small milk bars and little stores have disappeared because they can't compete with all these shopping centres. So there's much more bigger shopping centres in Australia than, whereas in Holland, street to street, corner to corner, you've got like stores and little areas. It's much more cozy.
Yeah. I think something that's also really nice about Holland is that we have a very big, how do you say that, like a terrace culture. Like in summer, you know, we have like, because we have so many streets with cafes, especially in cities, where in summer it will be packed with people sitting outside, grabbing a beer, grabbing lunch. Like that terrace culture is very big in Holland, and people love summer in Holland, and they all go on the terrace and, you know, have lunch or have a drink. That's very big, that culture in Holland. Yeah.
Hey, pig. Yeah, it all depends on when we've got a topic to talk about. And the 3 years came up for Stephanie now.
Yeah. 3 years going on, however many we have left. Yeah, and then I also wrote down if we would ever consider moving to Holland. We've talked about that. I know that he really likes Holland, so that's good. I think that what it always comes down to is like if money wasn't an issue at all, we would probably.
Well, the funny thing is, I even mentioned it the other day that if the world turns to shit again, because the West keeps getting worse and worse, I would consider moving to Holland or Serbia, because Stephanie knows a little bit of Serbian from my heritage. I don't know how to speak Dutch, but I love Holland, so I would be open to moving to Holland or moving to Serbia if everything went to shit here. because they're both nice places where they don't have that political correctness. It's kind of more the smaller town culture.
Yeah, that's always like a nice backup plan, I guess. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't really know, but I don't think it's legal to have a gun in Holland. I don't think so.
I think everyone around the world thinks of Americans as
oh my God,
loud and.
I think most Dutch people think that when we think of Americans, we think of everything we see on TV. So we think crazy, over the top, lunatics. That's kind of what we think. And I think a lot of Dutch people also think that Americans are kind of fake because they're always like, hi, how are you? And like super over the top welcome. And because Dutch people are so down to earth, we'll be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you talking to me like that? Just act normal, you know?
Yeah. The West, especially Americans, are very indirect and sometimes don't say what they mean. And they kind of, go around the houses to explain things. Whereas you're more direct. And I think Dutch people have a really good bullshit detector.
Yeah.
Whereas the West likes to play games.
Yeah, so I think the average Dutch person probably thinks that Americans are kind of crazy, kind of over the top. Yeah. Steph likes Holland, Bob likes Holland. Holland is the obvious choice to try next. Well, definitely for a trip next year, we're probably going to go back.
Well, before I met her, I think I've traveled overseas once in my life. I've been around Australia a few times in different places. But in the last, say, 4 years since we've known each other, is it 4 years, 4.5 years?
Yeah, 4.5, I think.
4.5. I've traveled more in this 4.5. I've been to Holland 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times to Holland, 1 time to Spain.
1 time to Spain, yeah. And next year we're planning to go back to Holland again.
Yeah.
So 4 times. Yeah, Holland's a really nice. I like it. It's cozy. It's the people are nice. They're mature.
We're already married, babe. You can burp all you want. When we go to Holland next year, babe, I'm just gonna accept that I'm gonna gain a few kilos. I'm gonna eat all the oliebollen, all the snack bar, all the appelflappen.
You mean we're not going to the gym in Holland?
Yeah, or there's probably a gym in the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, we should actually do that.
Then you
Maybe.
Then you can eat more oliebollen.
Yeah.
Although I do like your pastries are okay, but I would say Danish pastries are much better.
I don't even get mad at that because I've heard so many times that Danish pastries are the best pastries in the world. So I don't know. But I think to actually answer that, you would have to go to Denmark and have a pastry there. It's not going to be the same somewhere else because even they have like a little snack bar stand here with that snack bar food from Holland. But it tastes a bit different from when you actually go to Holland and get it there.
Your food's more natural as well. Because I know that you guys don't process your grains before you make bread. I never get stomach problems, oh
yeah, you said that.
Yeah, people here, because they process the grains and they make it difficult to digest. People get more celiac here than they do in Holland. Like foods, your bread and basic food is very easy to eat, to digest. No wonder not many Dutch people are fat. It's kind of like French as well, I'd say, that your food is much more natural than the processed food in the West.
You know what helps Dutch people against obesity? Cycling.
Yeah.
Because we cycle so much.
Oh, geez. That blew me away more than anything.
Yeah, I know.
The amount of... I've got a video on my GoPro. I remember I just filmed myself, and behind me, it was a sea of cars. Sorry, bicycles.
Bicycles
at the train station. Just a sea. It looked like, as far as the eye could see, behind me, it was just bikes stacked upon bikes in the background, just towards the horizon. You couldn't see.
Yeah.
It just made me freeze. And none of them are locked. People just leave their bikes at the train station. And some people, if they don't have a bike, they just take one
No, they do lock them, but sometimes people forget to lock them, I guess. Or
Yeah. But it's just the amount of bikes, and it's really nice. Like, they cycle through the little streets.
Yeah.
They're polite. They avoid you and stuff. There's not these accidents.
But it's also actually really, really smart that that's the way it is, because it really helps people move more and people are more active because they cycle so much.
And I remember when we were in Eindhoven, there's cycle lanes
Yeah.
near the pedestrians, and Stephanie constantly pushed me back because they're aware of cyclists. So back
Yeah.
to the car question, everyone's very, very alert and aware of everyone else. Whether you're cycling, whether you're driving, whether you're walking, everyone's very, very respectful and aware of each other. Here we're not. Here we've got our heads in our phones and we don't care and we don't socialize. We don't
That's
connect.
another thing. If you as an Australian go to Holland and you go drive like through the city where there are like bike paths and stuff, you're going to kill like 10 people before your first day is even over. Because like...
Yeah, get insurance because you're going to be paying
because
a lot of money.
The cyclists in Holland, they also trust the drivers, because the drivers, they have to be very alert because there are so many people on bikes. And it's really nice. But on a bike, of course, you have to look out and see where you're going. But I always felt very safe because the cars are always like paying attention and like, because they have to, because there are so many cyclists around. So yeah, it's good. Is internet faster in Holland?
Probably. We got shit
no
internet
idea.
in Australia.
Oh yeah?
We pay a ton of money for internet. Karu, he's in Romania. That's not like a very, like, they got first world stuff, but you know, it's a very basic country, beautiful country, but they've got internet that's like NASA level. Their download speeds are like 1 terabyte or something, and we get like 50 meg a second, but we're paying double or 3 times what Europe. So we pay double what Europe pays for internet connection, but our speeds are 10 times slower.
Okay.
It's bullshit. Our services here are terrible. The taxes are terrible, but the way of life, it's a nice country to live. Very overtaxed.
Does Holland have community property laws? I have no idea.
Community property. I don't know what that means.
The most common hair colors.
Brunette.
Well, in Holland, I would say blonde and brunette. Obviously, we have a lot of blonde people. Blonde and brunette, I would say, are the most common. When I'm obviously talking about like Dutch people. And in Australia, I don't know. Like if you talk about like Australians, what hair color?
It's too mixed. Australia's just like a...
Yeah, but that's why I say like just like Australians.
Blonde and brunette as well. Yep.
Yeah, interesting that, huh? Yeah. Armored Ghost, you should get like a medal for like
Well, it looks like
rapid fire.
Armored Ghost is interested to maybe go himself. He's asking a lot of very specific questions, like someone who's actually interested in going or the country.
Well, if you go to...
I wouldn't be asking any of these questions about America because you're not interested.
If you decide to go to Holland, though, you can go to Amsterdam, but just know that Amsterdam is very different from everywhere else in Holland.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a real representation of the Netherlands, don't just go to Amsterdam, go to other cities as well, because they have very beautiful cities also.
Amsterdam is probably one of the most beautiful cities, but being in it doesn't feel like Holland at all. I remember when I went with you, we went to Amsterdam, and the architecture they maintain, it's just beautiful. The parks, the architecture is... The whole city's like a university, and they've got the canals, and it's just beautiful, right? But the people and like moving through the city, it doesn't feel as safe as the rest of Holland.
No, it's really, really packed, but it's like Amsterdam is like the New York of Holland.
Yeah.
But the rest of Holland is
There you go.
different.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so it's not a good representation.
That's a good way to put it. The Amsterdam is the New York of Holland.
But it is good if you want to go to Holland because everyone speaks English. And you have to go to snack bar and you have to try an appelflap.
No, we haven't visited America yet.
I have been, but not together, no.
No, not together. The only reason we'd probably go is to visit my friend Kathy. And that's about it. And maybe see 1 or 2 places like, the top part of America just before Canada, like Yellowstone and all of those kind of more natural wilderness areas. But no, I haven't been. Steph's been.
Yeah, I've traveled so much in my life. I think I've been to like 13 or 14 countries that I'm not really fussed to go anywhere. Like if we won the lottery or something, obviously that would be fun. But because I've been to Hawaii as well. And like if you've been to Hawaii, that's like super high on the list. The only place I would really love to go with you is like to Bonaire or Aruba.
Really?
Yeah, because like my mom is Aruban and I've lived there for 5 years, and I just love the weather and the food and stuff. But that's so far from Australia that it's like such a pain, the whole travel. So
yeah, you just got to hop on like 3 or 4 different planes to get there. I think.
Yeah, so that's a bit crazy. I would also love to go to like Denmark or Finland or something.
Yeah, my bucket list is just all the mid to upper regions, like the Nordic countries, like going to the colder places.
Yeah.
No interest to go to Spain, Paris at all. Yeah.
No.
But I would like to go Holland and some of those like Denmark and places like that. That'd be nice. But Holland would be fine for me because, again, I'd be relying on you I'd need to learn the language slowly and get accustomed to the place. But, yeah, Holland's really, really good. And part of me doesn't want to say that because I don't want people to go and ruin it. Because on the internet, you see a lot of people, oh, Holland, it's so good. You see Americans going and saying, oh, dude, you gotta come. It's so dope. It's like, no, we don't want dopes like you there. It's like, don't go. Stop telling people how good it is. You're ruining it.
Do we have a tipping culture? Well, first of all, it's not like included in the bill or some of that bullshit that they have in America sometimes. We tip sometimes, like...
it's only if you feel like it.
Yeah, if you want to give a bit of a tip, then you do that. I think it happens more so in like restaurants, that you might leave a little tip or something.
But it's not expected.
But it's not, it's not demanded or forced on you or anything like that.
And it's not seen as rude if you don't.
No, not at all.
So,
no.
In America, it's actually rude if you don't leave. I think it's 10 or 15% tip.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Because a tip, you earn a tip. You don't have a right to get a tip. Yeah. Because you give a tip when you've been given good service. Like, you give it for a reason.
Yeah, I
or
know.
the food was excellent,
Yeah.
It's your choice whether you give a tip or not.
Yeah, that's just some bullshit that America, in an effort to reduce wages that they want to pay their employees, is to make it like, no, be a good citizen and give a tip. It's like, why don't you be a good government and pay people?
I do think there's a little bit of wokeness here with, how on Sundays, Sundays, you have to pay more because they're working on Sunday. Like, that's bullshit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why do we have to pay more because you have to work on Sunday? Like, then don't work on Sunday.
Yeah. Don't make money. Shut the shop. But we want to. But I think also the government taxes. This is the thing. Australia is the most over-the-top bullshit tax place in the world. They probably tax these businesses that want to stay open, like coffee shops, service places. They give them a tax on the weekend, and so they have to transfer it to the customer. Like, we have to pay more in our taxes if we stay open on the weekend, so we have to offload that to you in the prices of your bill.
Yeah.
So I think it's the government push it on the cafes.
I think it's probably the way that the taxes is forced on people. That's unfair, maybe, because I don't think it's necessarily high taxes that's a problem, because I do know that the Scandinavian countries, especially Finland, they've got like the highest taxes in the world, but look how good their society is, Yeah,
they actually transfer their money. People actually see the evidence of where their tax money goes.
Yeah.
Here in Australia, we don't see the evidence. Our roads have potholes. Everything there's garbage in places on the street, and it just looks like a mess. And you think, where is the money going? The freeways here in Victoria, they're constantly doing roadworks. They're never fixing anything. They're always repairing Nothing's ever fixed. I don't know. You really don't see evidence of where your money goes. Once in a while, you see a park. They've redone a park properly. It's like, but aside from a park here and there, you don't really see the evidence of where your money goes.
I think in Finland there's high taxes, but they actually use that money to like improve the society. Like I know that in Finland it's very good if you go there and you want to have children, because there's a really big culture on family. Like they will support like mothers and children and like the family, like financially and stuff. They will appoint a person to you to help you if you need support raising the child, stuff like that.
Didn't we watch a documentary on that a while ago, a few months ago, remember? Or was that in Holland? Was that, no, I think that was Finland.
Well, I can't remember, but a while back I was kind of obsessed with it, so I watched a bunch of videos. And I also know that they make sure that there are like these kind of like steam cabins or something around where people can always go so that they can relax. And like there's like a lot of nature everywhere in Finland for the mental.
Yeah, I remember in the documentary,
so good.
They said we do pay high taxes, but we see where it goes and we love the quality of life. They support mothers, children. It's very family oriented.
Yeah.
You need to take time off. We've got, the government pays for like therapy, massage, sauna, well-being, all that sort of stuff.
They actually use the taxes. They put it back into the people and the society, and they take care of them.
And the people actually feel like you're being taken care of. And so they have no problem in paying high taxes.
Yeah, it's almost like Finland is kind of what I always see as like a utopia or something. It's like, so good.
Whereas here, we pay more than everyone else. It's like, well, where did my money go? And it's like the government, it feels like the government saying, what money? It's like, I just gave you $100. What $100? As they're putting it in, like it's nothing. It's it is a very shifty.
I would love, definitely, if we won the lottery or something, I would definitely want to go to like Finland or Denmark or something. One of those.
We are spending at least, I think you have to live at least half of your time in Australia to be considered an Australian resident. So I would spend at least 3 to 6 months every year just in Holland and those colder countries like Denmark.
I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Say all of your family moved back to Serbia, right? Mm-hmm. And we won the lottery or whatever. Mm-hmm. Would you still come back in Australia?
No.
Or would we? Okay,
no.
Okay.
I would rather move to Holland with you, and then we could just take a short flight and visit family.
Oh yeah, because Serbia is way closer to Holland too. Yeah.
It's closer than Spain. So your father traveling...
Closer than Spain?
Yeah, because Spain's at the bottom of Europe. Mm-hmm. Serbia's like above Italy.
Oh, right.
So it will only be like not even an hour flight, 40-minute flight.
Imagine if you had still lived in Serbia, then we could have, my family and your family could have just like flown over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do we have lotteries? Yeah, of course we have lotteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was saying the other day, here in Australia, we can play, they advertise that you can play the American lotteries, which are much bigger than our ones. Like you can win $250 million. And then if you win it though, the American government takes half. Yeah,
but I do think that makes sense though, because it's an American lottery.
Yeah, America takes half.
Yeah.
So it's like, what, 175 for you or something.
Yeah.
And then Australia, we take a big chunk.
Yeah.
Our government taxes, I don't know how much percent it is, like anywhere between 10 and 30% or something. And then what you actually get is like maybe 50 million out of the 250 million or something, which is still a lot. But
I have heard you say that here, if you win the lottery, like just an Australian lottery, you get everything, right?
It's tax-free, but you put into the bank, then any interest is that. But the actual money is taxed. So you get it, but then as soon as you start spending it, you get taxed on it. So if you just keep it in, like you don't do anything with it there, you just keep it frozen in a bank account. Yeah, you've got, if you want $1 million, it's $1 million. But as soon as you start spending it, every dollar is taxed.
The money that you spend is taxed?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's normal with all money,
But that's what you do with money, you spend it.
Yeah.
But if you just leave it there frozen, I've got $1 million.
Yeah, okay. But I think in Holland, if you win the lottery, it does get taxed, I think. and then you're left with, I think, I would have to double check, but yeah.
Your parents had that as well. Like certain communities, the actual communities, they have a lottery in that community, and a random house gets chosen.
That's the postcode loterij.
Yeah, they have.
It's the postcode lottery.
Yeah, every postcode they randomly get a raffle drawn, and then that whole community wins that money, and it gets split amongst everyone in the community. Every household gets a share of it.
Yeah, not every. It's like if a postcode wins, then everyone who lives in that postcode who is a part of that lottery, who bought a ticket, they're gonna. So if like 3 people in that postcode bought a lottery, then the prize will be divided by them 3, not like everyone. Just the people that are participating in that lottery.
Okay.
Yeah, because else that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, and people win all the time. It's not kind of rigged like it is here. It's very hard here to win it, but people win it all the time. That's really good, and it fosters a sense of community. Like, oh, let's be involved. Let's play the lottery together.
Yeah. The only thing with the postcode lottery is like, say you move, and then your postcode wins like 10 million euros or something, and then you're like, fuck.
Didn't that happen with your parents when they kind of won? They won the postcode prize with like a bunch of other people. There were 1 or 2 people they knew that left, that they moved house. Like,
I can't remember.
I think your dad was telling me. Yeah. Anyway, anything else about Australia? Your experience, the good, the bad?
Well, no. I kind of talked about everything.
Do you feel safer in Australia or in Holland?
Ooh. I think I feel safe in both countries. Well, it does depend. I think we almost never go to the city here. But if I was like alone in the city at night, I would probably feel safer in Holland. But that's just because I'm more familiar with Holland.
Yeah, the city, Melbourne, at night is not a safe place. Yeah, it's very dingy.
Yeah, and also because of the whole machete stuff here at the malls and stuff. Like,
yeah, we've got a lot of that stuff going on. People with machetes, not Australians, not. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's always those kind of people. You get them, Australian youths wielding machetes, and you look at them as like, they don't look Australian to me.
It's just the craziest thing, though. Like, whatever people they are, like, how do you wake up one morning and you go, let me buy a machete and bring it to the mall and, like, hack people with it? Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
The countries they come from. Sorry, I'm not being right. Like, if that's what you do, if that's what you think, that's what you resort to, that's your reaction if you get pissed off because it's normal for you where you came from. It's not normal here.
Yeah, that's crazy behavior.
Yeah, it's not civilized.
Yeah. Can you buy machetes in Holland? I have no idea. Probably not. I don't know.
Probably. You can smoke weed. You can do whatever you want in it. Like, they're very permissible, but they've got clear boundaries and rules. They've got times of doing things. They've got cultures, customs. It's like, no. There's laws. Here, there's laws, but then certain people get away with it here. Others don't.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anything else? I'm getting more racist as I get older.
Well, that makes sense, I think. They say you get grumpier as you get older. So it makes sense if you get more racist as you get older, I guess. I think as you get older, that was like a mixed song. I think you just get more tired of bullshit.
Yeah, you don't care.
You don't have time. Like, the clock's ticking.
I can't pretend to say something I don't believe in anymore. I can't pretend not to see what I see. People say, oh my God, you're being like you've got a problem. You're something phobic. You're something ist. It's like, yeah, you live amongst these people. You go to the shopping center every day. You actually see. We drive 15 minutes to a richer suburb, a more civilized, cleaner suburb, and you don't see any of their behavior. You don't see any of those kind of people acting that way.
That's true.
You don't have locks on the shopping trolleys.
Right.
You come here where we live, where it's beautifully multicultural and diverse, and there's like machete attacks and locks on shopping trolleys. And yeah, it's just Call a spade a spade. Act like an animal, you're an animal. I don't care. Get offended if you want. Control your emotions. I'm offended. Yeah, that's another emotion you need to control.
Yeah, I think even if you're not being like mean about it or anything, it's like nowadays if you just make like an objective observation, even saying that is like wrong in some way.
Yeah,
know.
like you said, you get older, you don't care anymore. I can't play your game of pretending to say stuff that not only don't I believe in, but it's actually untrue. Objectively, it's not true. It's in the land of body positivity. Oh, you're gorgeous. No, you're fat. Oh, these people, they're just beautifully misunderstood. No, they're acting in this way that's not nice. It's not civilized. People feel afraid.
You know, it's funny how that's turning around because of Ozempic. Now everyone wants to lose weight, like thin is in again. And now it's like people are backtracking. Yeah. Which place dislikes Donald Trump more? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, like a lot of Victoria tends to, I think. We're very woke here in Melbourne. I think all the big cities, New York, Paris, Melbourne, London, you see those big name cities on fashion shows, Paris, London, Melbourne, all of them are woke. Because everyone goes there. They're big cities. Multicultural, very diverse. And they're also turning into shitholes. Sorry. That's why everyone's moving everywhere else. That's why everyone around the world loves going to Japan. Because it's a monoculture. It's clean. It's organized.
I think the saddest thing, what I have a problem with most, is that like, if there's like so much immigration, it's like the culture of the own country is like gonna like diminish more and more. And like obviously if I think about Holland as a Dutch person, like that's really saddening. Like that's not nice to think about. Yeah,
your beautiful clean streets are gonna go, the trees are gonna disappear, just more and more graffiti, more homeless people taking, drugs and drink. It's just gonna turn into America. Just America, the virus of America spreading everywhere.
Yeah, but like we talked about, this is probably the plan of the Illuminati. Is that the name?
Oh, look, the further out you go from major cities in Holland, I think it would be nicer and nicer. But I think just the basic thing of...
Oh, yeah, we have a lot of like fields.
It's very flat, Holland.
Yeah, it's very flat. We have like tons and tons of fields with like cows and windmills and stuff. But yeah, we definitely have rural areas.
You know what I saw in Holland? I think the second time I went to see, which was in summer, I think. Driving past, those cows that have muscles?
Yeah.
Those big cows with like those glands that produce too much testosterone or like whatever, steroids or something. Those cows that actually have muscles, they're huge. You guys have them in the field. I saw one. It was really freaky. They're massive. They look like something from a Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah, we have a lot of cows.
Jacked cows.
Would I live in a rural area? I think so. Not too rural. Like it still has to be... There still have to be some things around there, I guess. Yeah. But
I don't want to have to kind of take a pole and have to jump canals with the pole to get to the what's it called, the Albertine.
But it can be really nice for privacy. Can be very calm. So those are pros, I guess.
The weather's really nice. The cold weather is beautiful. The cold weather is very cold, but it's still nice. The warm weather's not too hot like in Australia.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year going back.
Yeah, let's plan for it, babe.
Yeah. Holland has a lot of beef. Well, yeah, we have a lot of cows.
I think as of prior to the wokeness of the last few years, like you've probably heard of the EU and like around the world, they're putting a lot of restrictions and pressure on the Dutch government to tax the farmers in Holland.
Oh yeah, that was this whole thing.
And the farmers are protesting by blocking roads and stuff because Holland, I think until a couple of years ago, was producing something like 40% of all of Europe's beef and produce and things like that. So Holland produces or does produce a huge quantity, more than any other European country, of natural produce, both dairy and vegetables and meat,
Yeah.
all the basics.
I don't know how that's going now, by the way. I didn't follow up on it.
They've
but
probably reduced it.
I don't hear about it anymore, so it's probably kind of okay now. But yeah, I remember that. Like, they were really angry. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you have a country that organizes itself well, and then you have countries that don't, like America, where they're just very shifty and sleazy, and it's all about money and stealing and taking and stuff. Then they just go around the world and force other countries to do it. Anyway, whatever. Let's not get too political. Anything else?
No. And I really have to pee.
Well,
We are gonna go have lunch.
and then go to the
And
gym.
then we're gonna go to like a different gym further away that's like huge. We're gonna just check it out for fun.
Probably, I would say.
Do the Dutch dislike being part of the EU at this point?
Wouldn't you like to have your old currency back?
Ah.
I would say you would.
Well, I think so, because I think that when we got the euro, everything became more expensive also. So, yeah, probably the gulden. I would like to get that back, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I want every country in the world again to be much more of a monoculture than this like diverse bullshit where there's no difference going here or going to another country where it all feels the same because you don't see any differences in anything. The whole point is you travel to see different places and different cultures and to open your mind and to relate to different people and see things from a different perspective. Different politics, different ideas. Yeah. Anyway, any final thoughts on your last 3 years in Australia?
I like it, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. And but if we would ever move back to Holland, like that would be nice as well.
Holland's changed as well because a lot of your family's moved out of Holland as well for different reasons. But
Yeah, my parents moved to Spain, but that's more because they want to retire. And my sister did move to Spain because she doesn't like Holland that much anymore. And I think from her point of view, it's because she says it's like the people, that they aren't very friendly. And I think that might have to do with just the stress that's been put on Holland the last few years. I think like in Holland, everythh has gotten like way more expensive. And I think that's just like stressing people out. And I think that's maybe what she's encountering. Yeah.
all right. I think you've covered everything you wanted to talk about.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hungry also. Read the post comment. Oh yeah, we have some comments.
Ah, thank you. Yes.
Oh yeah, Armand Goes, you wrote a song. Was that you? I think that was you. I recognize it right away because I
Okay.
used to like that song.
Whoa. Let me Yeah.
Oh, where is it? Oh, here.
Click on the 3. Wait. Let's go. Browser. There we go.
Have you been able to make new friends in Australia? I haven't, because when I first came here, I wasn't really interested in making friends. I was just happy with my husband, with Bobby. Talking about you like
I'm
that.
here.
Yeah. I've only started to be more open towards friendships like the last few months. So I guess that process has now just started. So no, I have no friends, but I am open to it now. Yeah.
Loser.
Well, you're my best friend.
Yeah. Okay.
So happy for you both, bridging the gap between countries, cultures, and oceans. Deep, two hearts and minds came together. When two belong together, as you both do, and how you came together is a beautiful, precious love story. It is a fun story to tell. Every time I tell the story, people are like, "Oh, wow, that's so cool," you know.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a hard thing. You can't, when people ask for advice or how did you, I couldn't have planned this. I don't think Stephanie would have. Like, I think everyone's story of getting together is very different. The only common thing is to be honest with yourself and be direct and open and honest with the other person and not play games. And then what happens when you do that is there's just a lot of people that aren't for you. If you're both open and honest with each other, you just see the people for who they are. But too many people today, they play these games that everyone thinks is normal. Oh, don't say this to women. You can't talk about that. You have to put on this show. You have to act like a high-value man. You have to do this. You have to present this. And it's this you perform your way through dating and finding love. Whereas if you're just direct in yourself, the way you are with your family and friends, that's the best you can do. And everyone's story of getting together is just going to be different. But I think everyone knows the best practices of being a human being, relating with other people, is just being direct and honest, and that's it. You know, but we do have a very unique story of getting together, which I think is everyone's. Because I wouldn't recommend anything we did to anyone else. Because it's not something you can template. Oh, do this, do this, do this, and you can have this.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, we are very grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, and Armory Ghost, he wrote the lyrics of I Saw the Sign, which I recognize. See,
she got this, maybe a generation younger than me. And I didn't get it. I was like, what are you talking about? I saw the post.
It's because I used to listen to them, Ace of Base, when I lived in Aruba. I used to listen to them, and I recognized the lyrics. Yeah. That's me. That's me, by the way. That little doggy, that's my parents' dog, Bella. When she was a baby. Now she's a bit bigger.
All right. Where are we now? Okay. I think that's it.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say? Yeah, that was good.
No, I'm good. I'm hungry.
Yeah, what are you going to have? Eggs, or you want to share an egg and bacon sandwich?
I don't know, because I'm actually hungry.
Okay.
But we are going to go to the gym after, so it might actually be good to share.
Yeah, but I don't think if we share one egg and bacon sandwich, that might not be enough for you.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just have one each, and then we're going to go do a workout.
All right. Yeah, that was a good suggestion to finish off, Armored Ghost. Thanks for that. All right. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Give your comments below, and we'll catch you in the next stream or video. Most likely stream.
Yeah. We don't do videos anymore, really.
Yeah. You started to really dislike doing videos.
Yeah, because it feels so, like,
self-conscious.
set up, and this is more chill. Like, we're just hanging out. Yeah.
You got to wing it.
Yeah.
All right. Adios. How do you say goodbye?
Doei. In Dutch.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.